All right, let's get the hell out of here. Just went through, did a pre-trip, filled up our oil, filled up our coolant and everything. So going from there, you guys can see, I'm wondering, the center of this tire is literally right along this bar. Kind of sucks. And then this one's actually centered. So that is one of the drawbacks to it, but it does add a lot of strength and everything. So we're gonna be dropping this guy first. Like I mentioned in the other videos, I'm dropping 2, then we're gonna go get a shower. We'll be dropping the other one tomorrow, and then we should be able to pick up 2 or 3 going back up. And we'll go from there. Aside from that, everything's all nice and organized. So when you see the truck, yeah. Somebody dog dookied on the ground over there, so that's a typical truck stop for you, but we don't partake in those activities. Yo, those monster truck looking crane trucks are badass. That is cool as shit. That is so cool. Alright, so in an effort to be better at doing maintenance in my truck, I used to have everything written down and keep trucking, so I'll know exactly when, you know, to do certain maintenance like oil change, how much fuel economy I got, when to do my fuel filters, rear diff, like all that stuff. And I'm finding that Keep Trucking actually, I don't know if they delete the documents, but they make them unseeable to me after a couple of months. And I'm just now realizing that, and it's like all this time I've been putting my receipts in there. I don't know when the last time I did an oil change was. I don't know when I did my diff and my transmission, because I remember doing it not too long ago. I just don't remember the miles because it got rid of it because it was a couple months ago. I went and bought a label maker, and what I'm gonna end up doing is there's a spot on the dash on my radio bezel where I can put a list of engine, transmission, fuel filter, rear diff, transfer case, all that stuff, and I can just have the label maker run me out the miles, and there you go, it's in front of me at all times, so I know exactly when to do every bit of maintenance that I need to do. So yes, you know, it kind of sucks that I got to do it that way, but it's like, apparently Keep Trucking, I can't access the documents. So I lost a day of logs like months ago. This was a while back when I was still running power only, and accidentally clicked something, and it like off-dutied me the entire day, and I lost that entire day of logs and actually had to edit it back in to the best of my ability. And I called them and I'm like, hey, can we recover this file? And they're like, yeah, because you don't run an ELD, we can't actually save that for you. It's like, oh, gee, that's helpful. So whatever, not a big deal. But yeah, that's how I'm gonna be doing it from now on. Just use the label maker. This was like 20 bucks at the old Wally World, so not a big deal. I'm gonna be doing an oil change soon, and that'll give me 3 gallons of oil that I can just dump in the fuel tank and burn that. So, well, they got the copper sitting over there for the bypass on the agricultural. I don't know if I'm supposed to pull in here with cars, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I got yelled at the one time, not yelled at, but like the one guy talked to me. He said, hey, you're just pulling campers, you don't actually need to come in here. And he was like, just, you know, be on your way. Yeah, we're pulling through it now, so we'll be dropping off right around, this says 2:03, so I'm gonna assume 2:30 if we don't get any inspections or anything like that. But nice guy in the agricultural station, just talked to him. He's like, I'll take the first one. I was like, I know, that's pretty nice, ain't it? And he's like, yeah, it is. He's like, that's in good shape for the year. The WC 150 that I have back there is like, still trying to figure out that double clutch transmission, but you know, not too bad. So way station, 3.5 miles, let's go. Got yourself a fake cop right there. He's got all the lights in his car and all that. Then he's got a bumper sticker and a plate cover. It says K9 unit on it. Can you say fraud? Look at that dude right there. Fraud something fierce. Welcome to Florida. We're like 12 minutes away from dropping off, 5.3 miles. So doing pretty good. Golf cart gone. Can't wait to get that thing off. Not that I'm gonna feel it because it is so light, but whatever, you know, not a bad payday, 1,175 bucks. Let's get it. All right, we made it. Truck's kind of a wreck right now. I'm trying to get these blankets to dry out from the big hole that's in the back of the seats, but I'm gonna call this guy. We're gonna get this thing dropped, and we'll go from there. It is hot, 93 degrees, humid as shit. Let's get this done. All right, I'm gonna turn the fuel tank on ever so. I'm just gonna crack it, and then we'll get this thing dropped. This street is not made for me, but we'll be all right. Got pretty close, but didn't touch, so. All right, we got everything off. I got to use my winch remote. Got everything locked here. Everything's closed up. Now we're gonna get out of here. We are headed down to Somerville, and we'll go from there. So 150 bucks for the damn, what do you call it? Oh, I can't even remember the, for the elliptical. And then we got more money. Okay, so this is my personal money. And then, yeah, so $10.75 for the cart. So now we're gonna go drop off $8.50, which $8.50 kind of sucks, but it was like, it was an added bonus. Like that was the icing on the cake. Let's put it that way. But yeah, let's get out of here. Let's go. We have 2 hours and 10 minutes. All right, so I feel like I gotta mention this in a video at some point. You know, it's been a long time coming. Somebody commented, I already answered him, but Michael Robbins, he commented about actually using them. And this basically goes back to CP Towing, CP Automotive, and all that. And, you know, basically where that term comes from, am I affiliated with them, where the business came from, this and that. I want to make mention right now that even though like I have the CP Towing shirt and all that, I'm not actually affiliated with that business anymore. We'll get to that here in a minute. They're their own entity at this point. Yeah, we've just kind of gone different routes. So basically what ended up happening, CMP Automotive, my dad started that business back in 95, I believe it was. I was born in 94, October. So he started that in 95. Ran that business up until about last year. Now in 2018, I think somewhere around like March-ish, we actually started CP Towing. So CMP Automotive was basically Craig and Phil Automotive, and then CP Towing, since Craig was no longer affiliated, we decided to keep the CP because everybody knew that name with CP Automotive. He's been around for 23 years at that point. So we started CP Towing. That was my idea, and he was the businessman. We basically bought Hart Towing, which was a complete and utter shit show. That was, anybody that knows that term knows certain somebody whose name will not be mentioned. Terrible, terrible person, let's just put it that way. So we started CP Towing. It basically was Central Pennsylvania Towing. We had started with an International and a Freightliner. This truck, my 04, I had an 06, so for like long hauls and shit. And then we had a 2016 Ram 5500 rollback, a 2014 Ram 5500 rollback, a 2013 quad cab super long bed 5500 that was for like long hauls, a 2012 Ram 4500 single cab little picker truck, 2-wheel drive, and a 2011 Ram 5500 little red rollback. And that's basically what we ran. Had 9 trucks and a lot of money wrapped up in this, right? So I ended up getting out of it in about October. Had, you know, my DOT numbers and MC numbers still the same as CP Towing. Ran that for a solid, say about a year. I got out of it in October of 19. Just had an engine failure and was kind of burnt out at that point. That's basically the whole backstory of that. I ran my own authority doing with the 2 trucks that I had, my 06 and my 04, and he kind of took over the towing, had a manager for that part. You know, at some point he was, originally, before we started CP Towing, he wanted to sell CMP Automotive. I was initially going to buy that, but then we're like, oh, let's get into the towing. You know, good and bad idea. I learned a lot out of it. We all learned a lot out of it. That's the reason I'm where I'm at today, and as successful as I was able to become today, knowing what I knew before, I would not be where I'm at right now had we not done what we did before. I'd probably still be working a full-time job and being miserable as hell, not making all the money that I really should be making, but that's besides the point. So finally, he had an employee, Kenny was the guy, was one of the main mechanics there, and he ended up coming across some money. Something happened, you know, I can't disclose that information why, I can't disclose money amounts, like any of that stuff. But he came across some money and was able to actually buy out the towing, buy out the automotive, buy pretty much everything and start over, okay? He bought all brand new stuff, replaced everything in the shop, Kenny's never done anything bad to me. If I've ever needed anything, he's helped out. If I've ever needed anything, vice versa. But that's about it. I can't tell you if it's a good business, a bad business. I'm not affiliated with them, and I'm not promoting any other. The only business that I'm affiliated with is RV Mafia / Robinson Transport out of Kaykado, Minnesota. Okay? I might at some point, well, I'm probably going to end up going and getting my own authority at some point once all my legal stuff's paid off and all the other bullshit. But that's also besides the point. So that's basically where it's at. So if you ever see CP Towing or CP Automotive in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, diesel repair, like any of that, just know that I'm not affiliated with them. It's a completely separate entity, completely separate business. Kenny is the owner of all of that. So whether you get good business, bad business from them, just know I'm not affiliated with them. So I can't say anything bad about them. I can't say anything good about them. It's just, they're their own. He's got his own name for himself, and that's basically it. So nothing against the guy. Me and my dad are out of it, and it's basically it. So after 25 years, can you really blame him, you know, for getting out of it? It's like, he had a really good customer base built up, and he's just tired of the BS. So it's like, you can't really blame someone for that. But I will let you guys know when I go out and start another business. Because right now, like I said, I'm leased under RV Mafia in Kaykado, Minnesota. And at some point, I will start my own authority again, whether it's next year or the year after. But I definitely will be doing that and getting back into it. And we're going to kill it a lot better than we did before. All right, so this lady's meeting us at, I guess, her flight. She'll be home around like 6:30. So we're gonna be meeting her around that time. GPS says we'll be there by like 5:10. We got about an hour and 4 minutes left, so nothing super crazy there. But we are, we're booking it pretty good, because, I mean, when we get there, I'll probably just end up dropping the car. She said she has cash on her, so that'll be pretty nice. So, and then we got one more to drop, and depending, we might be able to get this, this truck drop today. I guess we'll see. All right, so I definitely need to find a better way to throw these straps in here, but let's get to the other side. Oh, I'm sick of these taillights. Stupid. But yeah, so here we go. I'm gonna get the Subaru loosened up. Obviously didn't even come close on the trip, but she said she should be here by like 6 o'clock to in between 6 o'clock and 6:30. So it's like 5:30 right now. So we'll get it, you know, taken down and at the bare minimal. I might just leave one strap on it. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I'm hoping she wants to just meet out here. Because that would make my life so much easier, and then she could drive her car. I don't know really what the plan is, but all I know is she got cash, and cash is king. Not to mention I also get paid an extra 2% of the load just for dropping it off. So there you go. All right, so in the meantime, I got the other one slightly backed up, and then I'm gonna move this one because I have like an hour and a half to go. So I'm gonna get a lot of the tongue weight off of here, and I'm just gonna move this thing back while I'm waiting for her to give me an answer on whether or not she wants it unloaded here or she wants me to take it the whole way through. So I'll wait on her answer on that. This thing's pretty dang neat. You guys can see the exhaust is right there. So I'm gonna start it in reverse so I don't grind any gears. Start her up. There we go. Be super careful backing her up. All right, so I can already tell that got some tongue weight off. So we'll move that back. That way the trip down isn't so bad. The third stop is Tampa. And I had mentioned, I'm like, yeah, you know, it's not that far in. I said Tampa because Tampa's the last stop I'm making, not the first one. So it's like, Tampa's not really that far into Florida if you think about it when you're used to driving into Miami. All right, she's restrapped. Not too bad, not too bad. Everything's tight. So this one's just sitting here waiting for her. It's almost 6 o'clock now. Little bit of overhang, but you know what? I'm kind of hoping that she says just unload it here and I don't kind of drive the whole way back, because GPS is saying I can just make a left here and we'll head down to Tampa. And then we'll start searching for other loads, because dispatch can't seem to find anything good. So I'm gonna start throwing myself in there and trying to get, you know, something good. I'll start looking on the load board myself with him. So we'll see how that goes. All right, that be it. She is gone. We are paid cash and good to go. Ramps are away. Now just gotta invoice it. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, looks like I will be there around 8 o'clock to 8:30. We are dropping the Dodge tonight. So we will be completely empty tomorrow, which means we get to start looking for loads tonight. Obviously, probably won't find anything till tomorrow, but it doesn't matter because, you know, this was a good run down. So I'm gonna try to make some good money going back up. I doubt it's gonna happen, but coming down, this was a pretty damn good rate. For a 3-car without a CDL, that was a really good rate coming down. So it's like, let's see, I wanna make at least 2,400 going up, but we shall see. Guy's over there giving me a thumbs up. I think he's looking at the Dodge back there, but good looking truck. All right, we're at Sun Toyota. This is where he said he wanted this thing dropped because it's an easier place to get to. So I'm gonna wait till he gets here, get paid, then we'll get this one dropped. This one's a direct customer, so as opposed to brokers, you definitely want to make sure that you get paid before you drop. Now, I do kind of trust this guy a little bit more. This is a customer from Humble Hotshot, actually sent this guy over to me. So this is a really cool load, and yeah, it's pretty cool. So I got a lot of people looking at it, and you know, waves from people that generally just wouldn't know me. So I mean, kind of cool. It attracts some attention. I'm gonna get a couple straps off of it, that way when he gets here, you know, most of the work's done. But aside from that, 2-wheel drive, badass little truck. All right, well, his busy paying. I just fixed that marker light right there. It needed a ground from the previous owner, so I just got that taken care of. Going through kicking the tires. I need to get TPMS for these. Guys, you've been mentioning about the TPMS on the truck. I don't remember what I actually got, so just some brand on Amazon. If you guys want to go pick that up, I just got whatever was the first 5-star thing on Amazon, and that's what I went with. But yeah, he's working on paying this right now. Unfortunately, has to do a credit card, so there's a 3% fee, but you know, not a big deal. So this one's getting paid. He's gonna drop it, take it, and then we're good. I just need to find a truck stop. Oh, there he went. We are empty. He's all down the road. And now we're gonna sit tomorrow. I'm gonna go to the Pilot. I think it's like 3 hours away, or 30 minutes away. And then we are good. Pretty sure all my violations are taken care of. After that bulb was fixed, I think everything is good. We're gonna start replacing tires. Now I thought about getting 17.5s and 19.5s for the trailer, but I'm thinking I really want to keep this thing as light as possible, even after I do get my CDL, because with this truck, I'm limited to 9,000 GVWR. So it's only 30,000. And those 2 trucks that I had before may or may not have overstretched that. Yeah, so basically I'm gonna try it. I'm just gonna keep the 16s and do 16-ply tires, keep it nice and light. These wheels are pretty light, so we'll go from there. If we start breaking them, then we'll go another route. But there's a beer can on the ground. So that's pretty much gonna do it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Ask me some questions below, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys. Have a good one.